What's up guys, it's Rowan here from AOSTV. And there's something called the law of the lid, and it's really simple. Whatever you do in practice, that's a lid on what you're going to do in your actual exam. Because the reality is that practice is a lot easier than the real thing. You know, the exams, you've got time constraints, you've got unseen questions, you've got people freaking you out because they're writing really quickly and shaking the entire desk. So practice is always easier. So the law of the lid says you've got to, whatever you get in practice, it's the max on what you're going to get in the exam. Now, understanding this law though is really, really important to helping you excel in your exams. And this is where the +1 strategy is really, really key. So if your goal is, let's say your goal is 80%, you want to get a band 5. If you try to just get a band 5 in practice, the reality is when you get into the exam, because things are harder, you're going to not get a band 5, right? You're probably going to get a band 4. You might get, like a 70 or 75. And so that's why in practice, your goal needs to be +1. Take your goal and +1 to it, and that's what you've got to get your lid to. If you can get your lid to +1, so let's say if your goal is to get 80%, you make your lid, your +1 strategy 90%. So in practice, you work to get 90% +1, because then the reality is when you get into the exam the next day and you get that unseen question and it's hard, you might not get the 90% because it's hard, but you might actually get the 85, the 83, the 81. You'll still hit your goal. So the +1 strategy, well, what I want you to do is I want you to take all your goals out for your subjects. If you don't have goals for each of your subjects, I want you to write some goals down that you're going to set, and then I want you to +1 them. I want you to identify how you're going to +1 this goal so that you can take advantage of the law of the lid to make sure that in your exam you give yourself the highest chance possible of scoring that particular result. So that's it guys. Law of the lid is really, really simple when you're using the +1 strategy. I'd love to hear what your +1 goals are. Leave them in the comments below. And of course, hit the subscribe button. We're bringing videos every single week. I'll see you next week.